comics and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. Good morning. Happy Friday, nerds. How are you? Did you sleep okay? Did you have a good night? Did you watch the season finale of Revival? Because pretty sure I woke up crying. Okay, so technically I didn't really get to watch it last night because of technical issues, but I got to watch it today. So good. I'm so excited because I'm actually interviewing Luke Boyce and Aaron Coots today, who are the showrunners and writers, head writers. They created the show. I'm interviewing them today. I'm so excited. I have put in a request to interview Miss Melanie Scrifano. That's right. You may know her as Winona Earp, or you may know her as Mrs. McMurray. You may know her as Captain, whom Captain Pike has a bit of a thing with on Star Trek Strange New Worlds. She's got a little Gorn in her. Yeah, you may know her as that. And you may also know her as Deputy Dana Cypress on Revival. So, fingers crossed that we get to talk to her as well. I love this show. I really love this show. It's so good. And if you haven't watched it yet, I've been talking to you about it for weeks. Why haven't you watched it yet? Go watch it. Go watch it. It's so good. It's so good. You can watch it on Peacock. I need to stop touching my hair, but it's an anxiety thing. Okay? I probably need a prescription, but, you know. Before we go any further on this unbelievably humid and hot Friday morning, do me a huge solid. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new, and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more nerdy nonsense. I'm going to check the hours for you guys so I can let you know where we're at. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. You don't want to know where we're at with the watch hours. They've gone down more, but I believe it has a lot to do with this time last year. I had surgery, so I wasn't putting any content up. But we are still doing the giveaway. As soon as we hit that magic number 3,000, a lucky subscriber will be chosen at random to receive a custom designed comics and hoodie, and courtesy of CJack Productions, a $50 Amazon gift card. So keep those playlists going. Oh, it's a battle, guys. This YouTube algorithm thing, it is a battle. But before we go any further, let's yell good morning at everybody. Yeah, let's yell good morning. Good morning, Nerdling First Class Contributing Producer, Kino Reviews. Good morning, Nerdling Deranged Lunatic. And good morning, Penny. Hardest working subscriber on YouTube. I'm telling you. She's so supportive. Good morning, Patricia. Hey, I got this in the mail last night. I have been working nonstop lately. Like, seriously, nonstop. I fell asleep working with my glasses on last night. And if you guys haven't been able to notice, I'm not the easiest person to get in contact with. I'm really bad at DMs. It's because I'm busy all the time. I'm busy, and I actually do get a lot of messages, and it's just so hard to keep up with them. And sometimes I'm just so exhausted. Like, I just can't. I don't have the bandwidth. But I didn't get to say anything because I was so busy. But thank you. It's this book called Be More Wonder Woman, and it's got some fantastic advice in it. Thank you, Patricia. She sent this to me. I just got this last night. Thank you so much. You spoil me. Really, seriously. You really don't have to do this, but I appreciate this. This is absolutely adorable. It sits on my desk just in case I need a little advice from the woman herself. So thank you very much. And good morning and welcome, Aiden. Welcome. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about today. Well, maybe not a whole lot, but I hope you subscribed. please hit the like button. We super need that stuff. But thank you and welcome. So glad you found us. So glad you found us. He says, spent like 4 months working on the Ultimate Marvel Multiverse Watch Order, and currently on my first watch through of The Incredible Hulk with Bill Bixby. Wow, I'm about to date myself, but that is a flashback to my childhood. That was my Hulk when I was a kid. So you're in for a treat. You are in for a treat. All right, guys, let's dive in to some stuff. As always, we're going to check out some headlines first, our hors d'oeuvre, before we get to our main course topic, which, of course, is Superman's already on digital release. Like, that's crazy. Digital release, and it's just now been in theaters a month. That's crazy. All right, guys. Get a drink. Good morning, Loki. Excuse me. This isn't necessarily from William Moulton Marston. This is from the character Wonder Woman. So I don't know. He might have some good advice about some things. I'm sure he's really good at tying knots. Just saying. He's probably really good at tying knots. All right, guys. And it's Marston. Yeah, you got it. Marston, not Marston. Marston. We've got some more location footage of Spidey and the battle van. There's one tank, and here goes the battle van. Spidey riding on the hood and people running and scrambling. Make like an egg and scramble. I feel like we've seen at least this entire section of the movie. They have been so just not subtle, not subtle at all with putting these leaks out there. They are really, really, really working hard to get this hype going for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Good morning, Spencer from the Dingus Den. Good morning. So, yeah, Marvel is working overtime on these leaks. Again, I've said this so many times. If you do not believe that the studios are behind these leaks, then I want to live in your beautiful, naive world. Because they absolutely are behind all of this. Good morning, Nerdling First Class Backyard TARDIS. So, there you have it. More battle van in action. The Duffer Brothers. Do we have any Stranger Things fans? Remember, the final season of Stranger Things is being broken up into 3 parts because that's Netflix's new thing to irritate the bejesus out of us. Speaking of Netflix, we're going to get into the new Wednesday trailer that we didn't look at this week. The Duffer Brothers, the creators, the minds behind Stranger Things. Amazing series. I've always loved this series. My daughter absolutely loves this series. And it's been a phenomenon. It really has. It's been a huge phenomenon. Like my daughter, I think I even got her like a Stranger Things Monopoly game. Like it's huge. But they have really made a name for themselves with this Stranger Things phenomenon. So Paramount is offering them a huge deal with TV shows and theatrical films. Like they want the Duffer Brothers, and they are currently negotiating this. Do we have numbers? No. Very rarely do we get numbers on the directors or the showrunners, unless you're James Gunn and you want to brag about Superman. But this deal is apparently super, super huge. They're exiting Netflix and negotiating to move on to Paramount for TV shows and movies. So I wonder what they could be cooking up. What could they possibly be cooking up over at Paramount? I would be very interested to be a fly on the wall for what's going, because I am a huge fan of what they've done with Stranger Things. Huge fan. They made Millie Bobby Brown a toy boat. Words are hard. Hello, can I talk today? I really need to be able to talk today because I've got an interview. They made Millie Bobby Brown Bon Jovi. They made her a household name. I seriously, there is so few things out there that compare to Stranger Things. It really feels like an 80s scary movie. Like, it really does. It has the Goonies vibes, Stephen King vibes, like you name it. It's all wrapped up in one little package. Huge fan. Really love it. I'm gonna knock things over if I see. Look how far away my headphone jack is now. So far away. I can't even, if I wear both of them, it covers my face. So anyway, any fans of Stranger Things, drop it in the chat below. Apparently not this guy. But leave it in the chat below. We're going to move on. So you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about any of that? Drage Lunatic, where's Oliver at? We haven't seen him for a while. Are we talking about Cousin Oliver? I always think of the Brady Bunch. Cousin Oliver, who went upstairs and then never emerged again. Just disappeared forever. So we have the new spinoff, another spinoff for The Boys on Amazon. The Boys, which is about, oh, you're talking about Oliver, my bird? Oh, my bird. Okay, so we're going to have a talk. We're going to have a talk real quick. About a week or so ago, Oliver would go outside and go, we joke around and say he goes wassailing. He would go outside, he'd fly around for a bit. And then he'd come back home. Like, he would bark at the door like a dog, like, let me in. And he was still a juvenile, when he decided I was his mommy. And then one morning, Dave took him outside and he didn't come back home. We could hear him. He's very distinctive to the other Robins and stuff. We could hear him in the yard and stuff, but he hasn't come back to visit since. And I'm really sad. Like, I really, really miss this bird. I'd gotten him his own room. Like, he had a cage. It stayed open during the day. He would, at night, we'd close it and put him to sleep. But got him a cage and a bunch of toys. And, when I'd go garden and I'd find snails and caterpillars, I'd bring him in and feed him. And I got him a little diaper to wear around the house so he didn't poop on things. I love this bird. But Oliver Twist has grown up, apparently. He's probably found himself a mate and hasn't come to visit. We keep hoping that he will. Birds have incredible memories and they recognize faces and voices and stuff like that. So every time I go outside to, check the crops and chickens and stuff, I will call out to him. Our little call we do. And sometimes he answers back, but he hasn't come down to visit us in a while, and I'm really sad. So thanks for reminding me, DL. I'm heartbroken over it. But hopefully he comes to visit soon. Say a little prayer for me that he comes to visit and that he's okay, that he's just, found a ladybird to have baby birds with. So fake Steele. He never writes and he never calls. Very sad. Very sad. Mm-mm. All right. All right. And you threw me off because you said Oliver. I always just called him Ollie because my daughter has a puppy named Olive, and it seemed it made that very confusing. But I couldn't help it. He was Oliver Twist. Okay, he was Oliver Twist. Now my ear itches again. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Okay, so The Boys has another spinoff. We've had Gen V. Now we have this Vought Rising. Where'd it go? Here it is. Vought Rising, which takes place, it's a prequel. It's a prequel before The Boys. And will star Jensen Ackles as Soldier Boy. And this is our first look at him as Soldier Boy. I dig it. It looks really, really good. So we've got first looks at him, Bomb Sight, Torpedo, and Private Angel. Let's see what we got here. The new image reviews them. Okay. Posey, I Cash Star about Rising, reprising her roles as Stormfront. Oh, Stormfront. Vault Rising was originally ordered at Prime Video in 2024. The show has been described as a twisted murder mystery that will take place in the 1950s. The series is being showrun by Paul Grelong. Grelong? It's a strange name. Who will executive produce alongside Boys creator Eric Kripke. Additional executive producers include Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, James Weaver, Neil Morwitz, Ori Marmur, Pavun Shetty, Ken Levin, Jason Netter, Garth Ennis, yay! Derek Robertson, Michaela Starr, and Jim Barnes. Cash and Eccles are both producers. So let's look at these other costumes, shall we? I think we shall. Here we go. And we have Jensen Ackles as Soldier Boy. Mason Dye as Bomb Sight. It looks like the Rocketeer a little bit without the helmet. Then we have Will Hockman as Torpedo. They have very, very military uniforms. And I'm wondering if, because that was that post-war era was, soldiers were, they were here. They are heroes. So that was kind of in the zeitgeist of the time. And again, Elizabeth Posey is Private Angel. Again, very military look. It's very Marine Corps. I love these uniforms. I love post-war. I love post-atomic age. Love it. I love that aesthetic. Good stuff. Deranged Lunatic says, I used to like the series The Boys, but they started getting too political for my taste. It's the constant penises for me. Like, they're always finding ways to do a penis gag, like a giant penis or an exploding penis. And it was just like, okay, we get it. It's the first time was funny. The second time was kind of, oh yeah, that again. And then the 10th, 12th, and 15th times were like, listen, like, I don't want to feel like I'm just straight up watching weirdo porn. I just, like, it's just too much in my face. No, thank you. And maybe I'm just too old fashioned or prudish or whatever. I really don't care. That's just who I am as a person. So it just once or twice. Okay. Got it. Yeah. That's a good gag, but you just keep doing the same damn thing. And they did it in Gen V too. Like, come on. What is your obsession? Like, it feels like someone should talk to a therapist about this at some point. Hey, come on. spoiler warning, penises. Lots of them. Giant penises, exploding penises. Just penis. So much. Just so much. All right, let's go back to it. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about all the penises and the boys and Gen V, leave it in the comments below. Because it's so much. Good morning, Hyperspace Heroes podcast. Exactly. Just tell us a good story. And good morning, Josh Qualls. Just dicking around. Precisely. All right, let's get back to it. So, good God, Jeff Sneider. This dude is a problem. And he has said, like, I need to find the tweets he put out where he specifically said, I am not a journalist. I'm a rumorist. I only talk rumors. They kicked me out of the mainstream media because I'm just too cool for them. I only talk rumors. Good morning to this guy. Thank you for the giant penis. Good Lord. Anyway, Jeff Sneider is he's not always right, okay? He's not right as often as he is wrong. Let's put that there. And all of the accusations towards Bo came from Jeff Sneider. Jeff Sneider was sent a rumor, a speculation with zero evidence, zero names, zero specifics, and he ran with it. I'm talking about both of them. Like, they're both like that. But no, Jeff Sneider threw that information out there. No specifics, no names, no evidence, no nothing. He told everyone that Bo DeMaio was fired for sexual harassment and basically assault. No names, no evidence, no specifics. And he spread that out like wildfire. This is something that Jeff Sneider's kind of known for. He's also the one that said, we're getting Robin in the Batman 2. Now he's saying that Kristen Milioti is returning as Sophia Falcone in the Batman 2. We can't really just believe it because he's wrong about so much. And from his own mouth, he has said, I am no longer a journalist. I am a rumorist. I only deal in rumor. He has no proof. He has no evidence. He has no nothing. So, do I think there is a possibility she could show up in the Batman 2 if they actually move forward and start actually making this film? There's a possibility. Her role as Sophia Gigante on the Penguin was a tidal wave of fan appreciation. Fans absolutely went crazy for her. Everyone's gone crazy for her. The critics, everyone. She's got award after award after award to prove it. She was amazing in that show. Huge, huge draw for the fans. She stole every scene she was in. So, I mean, if they want to market off of that, market off of her popularity, it would be a good call. But we're not the ones writing that film. That would be Matt Reeves. That's Matt Reeves making that call of bringing her into that film. And ultimately, James Gunn and Peter Safran. They're the ones who give final approval on everything. Dingiston. There's also a possibility that Batman will be in it. If it gets made. If it gets made. It took a very long time to get the script. We don't even know if Gunn and Safran have looked at the script and said, it's perfect. Go make this movie. Or if they said, we have notes. We need you to change these things. Or if they said, either start all over or we're done. So David Cornsweat did follow Matt Reeves on Instagram. I know a lot of people take that as, oh my God, something big's happening. That's not always the case. Maybe he just likes him. Sometimes a pencil is just a pencil. Even Freud said that. So there you have that. It's possible. It's possible. But do I take everything that Jeff Sneider says as gospel? Hell no. 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 Oh my God, is James Gunn from St. Louis, Missouri? That's crazy. I didn't know. Just kidding. So yeah. You guys should go watch Revival. I just want to say that one more time. Go watch Revival. It's a good series. We need more series like this. It's just well written. You don't have to watch 40 different movies and 300 TV shows to enjoy it. It's old school Sci-Fi Channel series. What is Revival? Okay. So Revival is a new series on Sci-Fi. Bye, DL. Have a good weekend. What is Monday's date? Why is my calendar not popping up? I need to be able to look at the calendar. Well, that sucks. So is Monday the, let's see, 16, 17, 18. Okay, yeah, I'll be here Monday. I'll be here Monday. It's my daughter's birthday. Anyway, Revival is a new series on Sci-Fi. Thank you, Josh Qualls. It's my daughter's birthday. Starring Melanie Scrofano, who you may recognize as Winona Earp, or from Star Trek Strange New Worlds, or Letterkenny, Mrs. McMurray. Stars her and Romy Weltman. I just interviewed Romy. I'm interviewing this gentleman here, Luke Boyce and Aaron B. Kuntz, this afternoon. They are the showrunners and writers. It's based on the Image comics about a area in, is it Wisconsin or Minnesota? I can't remember. I think it's Minnesota. Yeah, it's Minnesota. So this area in Minnesota is quarantined because everyone who died by a specific date, like if they died from this date to this date, then they came back to life. And all this other crazy stuff ensues. It's really good. It's a rural noir, so it's a mystery. There's some really cool sci-fi, scary monster type stuff that goes on. It's really good. And even I didn't have it all figured out. I watched the finale this morning because I had technical difficulties last night. I couldn't watch it last night. I watched it today and I was like, what? I did not put that together. I did not guess that. They surprised me, which is somewhat difficult to do. But good stuff, really good stuff. I cried. I was excited. I was pleasantly surprised by the ending, about the reveals. There's some big reveals. Yes, Keynote, thank you. Let me talk. Thank you for your help. But no, it was really good. Romy Weltman, This is her first time leading a series. She really brought it. Really, really good. It made me want to call my sister and tell her I love her. It's so good. So you guys check it out. Really good series. You really need to watch it now. Like, go watch it, because I need to get an alert that it's been renewed for a second season, because it's so good. It really is. So go check that out. If you like series like From, like Lost, like Arcadia, or The Returned, stuff like that. Fargo, watch this series. Watch it. This is a labor of love for Luke Boyce. He's been working on bringing this to the screen for 10 years. He's a big fan of the comics. So definitely check it out. Really enjoyed it. The finale did not disappoint at all. Did not. Good stuff. And again, I will be speaking with Luke and Aaron today. Cross your fingers that I get to talk to Melanie soon. I have asked for, I've sent an invitation. So, anywho, there's that. Check it out. So, of course, my area has been dealing with internet issues all week. Thank you, Spectrum. See if I can fix this, if it'll let me, because it's super annoying. Doesn't want to let me. Doesn't want to let me, because it super sucks. Because, stupid Spectrum. Stupid. So stupid. Oh my god, Spectrum is the absolute worst. For some reason, magically, the last couple of days, no one on my block has had service except me. Probably because they're scared of me at this point, because I've been freaking out for 5 years on them. But no, like my house and like another one has service. No one else had service, and they've had Spectrum trucks on the block all week long. They've told us for years now that there is cable issues, there's hardline issues, but they just haven't been fixing them. They're not testing missiles. Their service sucks. Their service sucks horribly, and they've known for years that they need to replace the hardline out here. And the last technician that came to my house flat out said, "You're going to have to get everyone in this neighborhood to complain at the same time. They're not going to do anything." They also told me that they throttle the usage depending on the collective usage of everyone in the neighborhood. Why? Why? And we are looking into that. We're looking into switching to Starlink. It's pricey, but apparently worth it, and you can take it with you everywhere. So Spectrum is about to be fired. I have gone full Karen on them so many times. You have no idea how strong my Karen powers are. Like, so mad. And for some reason, it's not letting me blur my background. Is that not super weird? Like that option has completely disappeared. That's strange. Can't blur my background. So fun. Anyway, let's talk about what we're here to talk about. Superman is now available to purchase on digital. It has been in theaters 1 month. 1 month. And now it's on digital. And it will be on Blu-ray and DVD next month. Now, I did some digging, right? Asking around, because I don't actually work in the industry. Not really. I'm more adjacent than anything. So I asked around, like, what would be the purpose of studios shooting themselves in the foot with this by taking it out of theaters so soon and putting it on streaming? Like, what is the purpose of that? If they're so concerned with box office numbers and ticket sales, why would they deny themselves more ticket sales? Why would that be happening? And I was told probably so they don't have to pay so much back end to cast and crew, especially actors. Like, well, that's kind of bullshit. But when asked, when James Gunn was asked, why is it coming to digital so soon? He said it's because he wanted, initially, Peacemaker was going to come out before Superman, and then that changed. You had to watch Superman to be caught up with Peacemaker season 2. So he said it only made sense for Superman's digital release to come out sooner. I don't buy all that. Like, then you should have released Superman sooner so you get more time in the theater. But here we are, 4 months in the theater. 4 months in theater. Or why am I saying months? 4 weeks. Holy crap, Danielle, get it together. No. 4 weeks in theater. That's it. 4 weeks. Total. That is insane. I don't buy that excuse either, Dom. Good morning. I don't buy it either. Look, he says the actors' writer strike clearly did not account for this. So that was mostly about streaming. So I don't know if it's back-end deals. This is what I'm being told from actual industry whoosy whatsits. Sorry, my back itches. Is that it's trying to save money on back-end deals. I don't know. I can't claim that as gospel. I'm just saying that was what was told to me. But again, we've talked about this 1,000 times. Why would anyone spend $100 for 2 people to go sit in an probably uncomfortable theater seat when they could just wait 4 weeks and watch it in the comfort of their own home on a streaming service they already pay for, or just pay $20 and they get to keep it forever? $100, $20. Which way, Western man? I mean, And to say that it was so that everyone could watch it and be clued in on Peacemaker 2 is a flimsy, flimsy, flimsy excuse. I mean, if nothing else, that should have been more of an incentive for people to go see it in theaters. If you want them to be more invested in Peacemaker season 2 and more excited about it, why wouldn't you push that more to get more people to see Superman in theaters? Backyard Charter says, to be fair, I went last weekend and it was in the one small theater room with only 3 showings and it was half empty. There are a lot of people, pardon me, 1 second, please. I think it really depends on your region as well. If you are in a more rural, average, region, more blue collar region, less people are going to the theaters because they can't afford it. Eggs are still really expensive. Milk is expensive. Your rent is expensive. Electric, because Ameren and Spectrum are evil conglomerates, hell bent on domination and feed off of suffering. That's my opinion. I'll die on that hill. Fuck those guys. Ameren has been steady hiking up rates for years, and you have nothing to say about it. They'll send you a letter with a bill saying, sorry, not sorry. Here you go. Your electric's expensive. Your property taxes are expensive. Food is expensive. Everything is expensive. People aren't going to theaters because they'd rather have that $100 for 2 people for food and electric. I mean, it's like 1,000,000 degrees outside right now. Electric bills are through the roof because we're having to use air conditioning. It's so hot and humid. This is partly an economy issue. But 4 weeks, that's not enough time for people to be able to afford to go. That's 2 paychecks. That's 2 pay periods. You've allowed people 2 pay periods to be able to afford to go to the theater. Come on. Hyperspace Hero says, we talked about it last night with Roe, and the longer it stays in a theater, the larger the percentage the theater makes and the less the studio makes. Digital sales go straight to the studio. There you have it. They're killing theaters for greed. Kino says, property tax should be one and done, not never ending. Don't get me started on that. It should not be able to be illegal to live on property you own. To me, that's mob tactics. If the government doesn't get its cut, it's the fishes for you. That's what that is. That's what that is. If you don't pay the government their cut every year off your property, they're going to come take it. That's unconstitutional to me. That's precisely why we split from England. It's why we broke up with them. Like, I'm sorry, this isn't working. I shouldn't have to pay to exist. Loki says, also, these things aren't spur of the moment decisions. This had to have been known all by Warner Brothers executives when the film released. You don't just call a theater, say, sorry, we're pulling it. Precisely. Taxation is theft. Taxation is theft. There. It is. And don't get me started on that. Do not get me started on that, because we broke up with England for way less. Way less. Anyway, don't sit there and give us this flimsy BS line that it's so everyone can get caught up with Peacemaker season 2. We just decided we're going to do this. No, stop it. No, that should be incentive for people to go to the theaters. You just mentioned that. You just now said you need to watch Superman to get Peacemaker season 2. You just said that. You just said Peacemaker season 2 is basically a sequel to Superman. You just said that. Had you been saying that this whole time, guarantee you it would have been more of an incentive for Peacemaker fans to go see Superman. But you didn't do that. You're purposely denying theaters and actors and other cast and crew additional percentages so that you keep it for yourself. You just don't want to pay people. It's like insurance. Fuck insurance too. Fuck all of it. I'm on one today because I'll pull the curtain back a little bit for you guys. I had 2 medications denied within the week by insurance because the insurance company told me they felt like I didn't really need it. The insurance people, not the doctor. The doctor said I needed it. Insurance said I didn't. So, legal Ponzi scheme. Dom, didn't we also need to watch The Flash to understand the new DCU? See, that one right there. I will give Gunn a tad bit of grace because he had just taken over as studio head. He had nothing to do with The Flash. He didn't make that movie, but he was the head of the studio as soon as it came out. So it was his job to get it to make money. He gave it the old college try and paid Tom Cruise and Stephen King. Still couldn't save it. Still couldn't save it. He lied his ass off to get people to go see that movie. And he owes everyone an apology. But Gunn can't make up his mind. He changes it quite frequently. I just wish he would be honest about it. You know, he said Blue Beetle was the first DCU character. Then it was Superman. Then it was Creature Commandos. And it just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So our theater experience is dying. It's on its like death rattles right now. 4 weeks in the theater for Superman, one of the most highly anticipated films in years. 4 weeks in the theater. Penny says, Danny, I worked in health insurance. They automatically deny and deny. They don't want to pay the claims. Have your doctor send an appeal stating why you need the medication. Dude, I know. It's awful. It's a legal Ponzi scheme. They never want to pay out. They don't want to pay for anything. They want me to pay like $300 a month for this medication. So she's just steady going down a list. They're saying we don't pay for any of these type of medications. Like, okay, so I'll just, die. That's fine. No big whoop, right? Saved you a buck. One of the most highly anticipated films in years. And it had a 4-week theater run. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when I was younger, when I was even like adolescent, didn't movies stay in the theater for like 3 months? Like 3-4 months? And if it was doing really good, it would stay a little longer. Like that's crazy to me. Why do they not want us in the movie theater anymore? Why? What is the big effing deal? Is it they want the money off digital sales? Because that doesn't make sense to me. And yes, it would take anywheres. I would say I would go a little longer. I would say 8 to 12 months before it was on VHS. And then at least a year to year to 2 years before it would show up on like HBO or Showtime or something like that. So they're trying to purposely kill the theater experience so they can keep digital sales. So they don't have to pay the theaters anymore. That's just fucked up to me. Really fucked up. The theater experience is a way to, it's almost like physically being there. It's an experience with other people. You're doing this together. You're feeling these things together. You're able to push the whole real world away for at least an hour and a half to 2 hours. And you in this room of people who you probably didn't vote for the same people. You probably don't pray to the same God. You don't love the same people. But one thing is true for that 2 hours. You are all experiencing and feeling the same thing. You are united for this brief moment in time, like transported together to this fictional, colorful world. It's a beautiful, beautiful experience, a beautiful experience, and a huge part of American culture. And we are losing it to the same thing that we lose everything else to. Greed. Greed of people who don't even know or care that we exist. The only thing that they care about, money. Our money. Good morning, Ryan. It unites races. It unites people all over. It is the great unifier. And we are losing it. Dom says theaters actually get a cut off digital sales on Universal movies. So what is happening? Why are they taking this from us? Is it that it unifies everyone? They don't want that. They want us to fight. They want us to not be able to relate to one another, because that's something that movies do. Movies give you an opportunity to have a frame of reference, to relate to others in a way that you couldn't relate to them before. Is that what they want? They want to take that away from us? We need to fight that. Fight for the theater experience. It's more than just going to see a film. There you go, Patricia. Control and power. It's more than just a movie. It is a piece of American culture, a precious, cherished piece of American culture, a way that unites people that nothing else can. Loki says, so when Avatar, Hot and Dust or whatever makes a bunch, will people say theaters are back or recognize it as a blip? That is the question. One time does not a problem make. One time does not constitute a pattern. It's just once. It needs to be consecutive. So we need to find a way to fix this, if possible. Rise up, everyone. I really wouldn't know the first thing on how to try and save our theater experience, because it is expensive. I know that. I absolutely, totally know that. It is expensive to go to the theater. And the reason why it's expensive is because they're struggling to make money. Because of this problem right here. If you notice, the shorter these movies, like over time, as movies stayed in theaters less and less, at the same time, your snack prices were going up more and more. And then we got these stupid popcorn buckets and cups and stuff. And those are pricey because that's how they're making their money now. It's a shame. Absolute shame. Miss the drive-in. Drive-ins are dying off. I mean, there's only a couple all over the country now. That's sad. Our way of life is changing, and now it really feels like this is a slow death for theaters. That theater experience just makes me sad. Well, sorry to kind of put this on a downer. I apologize. Oh Lord, and 30-minute adverts before the film. Good Christ, I know. Like, you're there almost an hour before the movie even starts. It's like, I like trailers, but the commercials, get on with it already. Buenos dias, Fernando. I'm so sorry. We're wrapping it up. You can rewatch though, right? It's okay. So if you guys have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about the death of the theater experience, leave it in the chat below. We're going to wrap this up. If you would like to help support us here at Comics And, the easiest and the freest way to do that is by hitting that like button, subscribing if you're new, and ringing the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this nerdy nonsense. If you would like to help support the channel in other ways, thank you. I could certainly use the help. We are doing a giveaway where one lucky, randomly selected subscriber will win a custom-made Comics In hoodie and, courtesy of CJack Productions, a $50 gift card for Amazon. Now, that's if we get our watch hours to 3,000. So, hello, get on that. But if you would like to help in other ways, God bless you and thank you. I certainly need it. You can start with that QR code right there. It takes you to buymeacoffee.com/comicsandmua. And all of these links are in the description below. With that, it gives you the opportunity to tip us as little or as much as you're able to. And let me tell you something, I appreciate every single dime. It all goes directly to paying for the streaming software, paying for the editing software, paying for the ability to go live on certain platforms, and other resources like licensing and the ability to communicate with a certain crowd. So you have to have certain accounts with certain things in order to get certain emails and phone numbers. It's a whole thing. But it is a secure, very secure website. But if you would like something more familiar, I do have the option for Cash App. No one has ever used this option, ever. But it is there for you if you choose it. There's also the official Nerdling Army over at patreon.com/comicsand. We have 3 different tiers starting as little as $3 a month. And that comes with exclusive access, exclusive content, exclusive chats, request lines, and exclusive Nerdling Army merch that corresponds to your specific tier, or as we say, rank, because it is an army. But you get that every 3 months for the first year of your membership. So go to patreon.com/comicsand and check that out today. I thought I had some goodies, some extras of the Romy Weltman interview for you guys, since I was not able, because of the time constraint, I wasn't able to do early access on that. And I went to put it together to put that on Patreon for you guys, and there's no audio. Awesome. I'm very sorry. I'll do better. I promise. We also have a merch store with over 100 designs on hundreds of products, all made by yours truly. And that also goes directly to the channel, helps me support this and keeps this going, because I'm a mom, I still have kids at home, and I have livestock and stuff. So I got to take care of my family first. And of course, Spectrum charges over $100 a month for internet that barely works. So, yay. I'm also the affiliate for several companies like leashboss.com. So if you have a dog, you should shop with a company that loves your dog almost as much as you do. Products made and designed and sold for dog owners by dog owners. I can save you 15%. So check this link right here below. Also, my glasses, Zenny Optical. I'll save you 10% on that. And you need some collectibles, some superhero merch, check out CoraVault.com/comics and use code comicsand at checkout for 10% off of that as well. Also, TikTok, CapCut. What do you get with these links? I have no idea, but check them out and tell me what happens. All I know is I'm an affiliate and they gave me these links. I have no idea what they do, but someone try them out and get back to me on that. This podcast is powered by the Red 5 Network. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators here to educate and entertain you. So if you enjoy this podcast, chances are you will enjoy more of what the Red 5 Network has to offer you. So go to red5.bio.link today to discover more of the Red 5 family. Let's go back to the chat. Fernando, why not bring drive-ins back? It might give me the theater. Dude, I just had an idea because you said in with 2 N's. I realized it was a typo, but what if it was like a motel type thing? You go to the drive-in, the car things, like they're already there. Like they have those couches and stuff that look like the end of a 57 Chevy. They can have those set up, make it look like an actual car, and then you have a room afterwards. Like you just go straight to your room and be like a destination type theme hotel. That would be really cool. I think people would dig that. Make it all look like a 1950s drive-in. Just saying, drive in and chill. Drive in and chill. But I gotta go, guys. I have to go get ready for my interview with Aaron B. Kuntz and Luke Boyce, who are the creators, showrunners, writers of Revival on Sci-Fi. If you haven't watched it yet, here is your sign to go do that now. But I'm out, guys. Be good, be kind, and I will see you next week. Keep your eyes peeled because
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!